nice cool morning.
I'm about to run out of this stuff. I might have to refill.
The liquid flash.
Yeah.
So liquid flash in the top of each pan. Make it a wet set brick.
You see, that's the level. So.
Yeah, better make it level, Mike.
Better. I know how it's used.
I
Say
didn't
to
look
the
at-
roofer, sometimes I use the lever too. It's not only for the decoration.
What are you doing over there, Mike, with
I
that
have
brick?
the big hammer.
We got a bend clip on these. So we got our shade pocket at the top. Not many areas need that, but this area is good. Starting to go through cabinetry shops. Still raining, so roofers aren't here, but they got a good start on site so far. And first thing I always tell all my mechanical subs, penetration. So get everything figured out for vents. So right there is one of our bath fan vents. So I did a copper vent. I got everything all set up on site. There'll be another one over on this left side. So keep it on the back side, but use nice ones. They got their snow guards out there. So they're nice of the Alpine snow guards. We even did the gable returns, as you can see, so that way the framers could actually trim out that upper gable area. Now the finishes are coming together. Framers are still working on random stuff throughout the house, but electrician will be here tomorrow. We're still waiting on selections on a couple things, but we're gonna start getting some stuff from it roughed in. Plumber has been cruising, and HVAC guys have been working as well downstairs right now. Some wiring done. This guy's got all the machines out right now. He's getting a lot of the exterior trim on now that the rain finally stopped. So we're getting ready for electric. We have a couple outlets out here. We got 6 inches of stone, so we're getting them ran on the face of the block. So only working the stone up to about the windows for now. I'm not getting too far ahead because we want to get the top timber. We got to get a pressure treated plate on first. Get our top timber because our soffit hangs down a little bit. So I don't want these guys getting too far ahead. If we get the cast stone, then we'll continue building up. We're a little bit behind our supplier. A couple of weeks, so probably won't see that for 2-3 more weeks. Framers cleaning up, and then these windows go in next week. Getting this place cleaned up. So we got a lot of our framing done on this second floor now. The plumber's got a lot of his stuff already roughed in. HVAC guys have been working. They're mainly downstairs right now, but they will. Everybody's been kind of working their way left to right in the home. So I am checking over more shop drawings, getting everything ready for our cabinetry. Making sure everything's in the right spot. Our electrician should have been here by now. Unfortunately, he's not right now. They are backed up trying to wrap up stuff on another project, but at least we got power around the house. Let's get the screen and porch all built. Roofers are working on a couple other things, but they're gonna get this papered, and you can already see we got our lightning rods up. So Paxton's been out here. Slate's almost wrapped up on this back section. He just didn't have any copper for that pipe sleeve, so I'm gonna get that all coppered. Right now it's dry, but tomorrow we got more rain, unfortunately. So the window guys have been backlogged between us and other job sites. This guy's been getting gable returns on. And over here, we didn't trim out the underside yet because we got a bath fan we're gonna stub out. Gables trimmed out. Getting close to getting all the roof trimmed.
More rain. Trimmer's been making out, well, framers have been making out pretty good with our exterior trim starting on the roof. For hose bib area. So this pipe right here is just to support this, but basically that'll create a pocket in the masonry. Use the quick flash panels. These things are awesome. They got them different sizes. And then we always tape it, and then I even have the guys liquid. So they do a nice clean job. There was a hole here from the framers with their brackets, so we're sealing everything up. We're gonna do a drainage plane inspection soon. So I'm getting my guys to really go over stuff and make sure everything's good. See, our head flaps are still open, but that's because we still gotta case out our window, do our copper head flash, and tuck it underneath of there before. Mechanical guys have been moving on stuff. Plumbing. So we're doing all individual branches per bathroom location. So we've got cold, well, basically I'll explain over here. So we got our hot, our return loop, and then our cold line. Our hot, return loop, cold line. And then these are actually for hose bib. But plumber's doing a pretty good job. We've got our drop ceiling. We already had the drywall contractor out putting around that drywall that I marked out on site. So that way it's a lot easier for the guys to get everything done correctly. It's only about $3,500 to get them out. It's a lot more difficult to have these guys piece around the drywall instead of just drilling out holes. Getting all of our branches tied in. Certain areas where I knew there's gonna be a good amount of duct work, we boxed it out. So, and then some of this, they're starting to get insulated right now because there's actually duct work. They're gonna obviously have to pressure test all this, but it is looking nice and clean. This personally, in the past, did a lot of copper. And in my own house, I got PEX, and to be honest, I like PEX a lot. It's easy, it doesn't rot out, handles freezing well and pressures. I mean, even in my own house, I got air lines throughout with PEX with 130 PSI on it all the time. So, coming out clean though. So it looks like a lot of plumbing, but that's just because of all the separate zones with all different bathrooms and kitchens and powder rooms and stuff. But it's nice because then if you have an issue in one location, you can shut it down. And then there'll be a manifold that are actually gonna build in here in this mechanical room. So we'll get everything running down here really nice and clean, and we'll have separate manifolds with our hot water, our return loop, and our cold water. Our return loop is a continuous hot water loop, so that way you instantly have hot water at each bathroom location. And we got our duct that's gonna run underneath the slab there, because there's just so many ducts through this hallway, so we knew we had to add some stuff underneath the slab and tie into this over here. So it stubs out over there. Got some returns that we're gonna hide in this area. This looks like the boring stuff, but this is the fun stuff because it takes a lot of pre-thinking. I mean, I mechanically drew all this stuff out to give you an idea on paper, reviewed it with everybody on site because we had to figure out where all of our sleeves went throughout the house as well. So I have plans for different areas, but in this mechanical room, I actually sketched everything out. I had my framed wall here, as you can see. We've got our power coming in the other side. We've got our geo lines coming on that side. These green pipes are actually drains that run back to a sump pit. So that way I have gravity fed 4-inch for my condensation. We're gonna have our boilers in the back corner over there. We're gonna have indirect tanks. We're gonna have boiler manifolds, irrigation, plumbing manifolds. I think this is shrinking up a little bit because we're doing another manifold on the other side now. Gas will probably go over here now. And then we've got our elevator. So we're not getting plywood up everywhere, just part of the areas, because I want the electrician to get his panel in, all my mechanical trades to get things marked out where they're gonna need power, get all that power fished behind the framing before we get this plywood on. And believe it or not, this is 3/4 inch birch, came out beautiful. It's actually cheaper than AC plywood right now. Not cheap, but what a nice finish. And then I did the boral on the bottom. So that way the plywood's just not coming in contact with the concrete.
Guys are getting their lightning rods in. So we got a full lightning suppression system throughout the house. They got their braided cable, we got our terminal points, and then we've got 4 finial details on the main house. So Steve was just telling me that they got to do their termination points every 20 feet max throughout the house. Just like in the garage, we've got a couple finial details throughout. So we're getting everything all laid out for these guys. I've already got these finials on site, which we got to drill all the way up through our ridge point. It has a rod that sticks all the way up through, and the finial slides down, and then it has a bonding clamp at the bottom. These guys are getting all the gable returns copper, so that way the trim carpenter or framers can then do their gable trim after. So obviously it's just smarter to get all that copper installed, so that way this piece lands down on top. Bloody mess. Got a lot of machines on site today. Roofers, framers, timber framers. Nice. We're getting the timber frame in. This is probably one of the most difficult shop drawing processes we had to do for some reason. Our revisions, it's a complex of conventional framing, timber framing, and then a bent steel section here. I'm just trying to get all those heights to work out. So we got it, things are working out perfect. Getting our timber frame in. We spent a lot of time trying to get this all situated and figured out.